Hello, today's video we have the following content.
Wang Yibo is expected to become the next Xiao Zhan. The more fierce the fans are, the faster he will cool down. Wang Yibo's fans are fanatical, and it is doubtful whether he can surpass Xiao Zhan. The higher the popularity, the faster it will cool down. Wang Yibo has recently faced an unprecedented upsurge of attention, although on the surface it seems as a delicate situation. But it can't be ignored that his talent and hard work deserve a fair response from the Magnolia Awards and the Storm Chasers team, a public recognition they certainly owe. Although the original intention of fans is to fully support Wang Yibo, and their justice is valuable and pure, too frequent actions, even if the cause is legitimate, will inevitably make the original reasonable demands difficult to accept. In the current wave of capital, they may be able to tolerate occasional small moves for the time being, but frequent challenges to the bottom line will inevitably arouse their thunderous wrath, and the first to bear the impact is none other than Wang Yibo. After all, there are so many people around that it is unrealistic to deal with them one by one, but Wang Yibo is their common favorite. Once his position is shaken, even if some people are unwilling to do so, they will eventually return to calm as time goes by. Because of this similarity, hot discussions continue to emerge on the internet. Wang Yibo has the potential to become the next Xiao Zhan. The trajectories of the two are surprisingly consistent, but what is interesting is that it seems that the more enthusiastic Wang Yibo's fans are, the more heated the outside discussion is on whether he can continue to be popular. Looking back at Xiao Zhan's past difficulties, wasn't it caused by fans' excessive behavior? What would have happened if Xiao Zhan's fans hadn't frequently caused conflicts on the internet, leading to a turbulent public opinion environment? During that period, Xiao Zhan's performance was relatively mediocre, and unfortunately he suffered from the misunderstanding that the idol lost his voice. Although he was not at fault and was just an innocent victim, his footprint in the entertainment industry was dim for a time and he experienced a long period of silence. In general perception, problems are blamed on the behavior of fans, leaving idols to bear the consequences. For Wang Yibo, it is no exception. When the responsibility cannot be attributed, he seems to have become the inevitable handler under this fan effect. Wang Yibo's silence since the incident has been particularly striking. Faced with such a dilemma, his response was indeed difficult, as if he was caught in a dilemma, as if he was in an awkward position of a dilemma. If he publicly supports the decision between Storm Chasers and the Magnolia Awards, it will not only fill his heart with deep injustice, but also make his loyal fans grieve for his loss. Passionate fans try their best to protect what they love and long for the voice of justice, but they encounter a reversal. It turns out that their deep love may just be a misunderstanding and self-interpretation. If this is true, it may lead to the loss of a large number of fans, and may even lead to backlash, which will undoubtedly be a heavy blow to traffic stars. If Wang Yibo openly questions the official conclusion, it will be tantamount to declaring war on the powerful power of capital. Such a move may have suffocating consequences. The risks faced are not limited to the loss of resources in the film and television field. Invitations for top scripts may become out of reach. In the entertainment industry, he may encounter constant pressure until he is forced to quit this field. Wang Yibo's silence seems to have become an effective strategy for the time being. However, the key lies in whether fans can rationally stop excessive support actions. This is the key to achieving the best results. Obviously, the public has become aware of a phenomenon. There have been a large number of negative searches targeting Wang Yibo on the internet recently, and behind them lies a force trying to suppress him quietly. Even ordinary netizens can notice it, and even Wang Yang's family members have to come forward to try to calm the storm and divert attention. Staying sane is crucial. If fans' enthusiasm turns into excessive behavior, Wang Yibo will be ultimately harmed, and the negative effects may accelerate the cooling of his public opinion. We appeal to let love be the force of support, act rationally, and jointly safeguard his image and career development. The situation between Wang Yibo and Wang Yang escalated. Pushing his wife out to take the blame at the critical moment, the persona of protecting his wife collapsed. In this controversy surrounding the Magnolia Award, the story between Wang Yibo and Wang Yang is not just a simple role battle. It reflects the current entertainment industry, all kinds of complex internal relationships and hidden rules. This controversy is not just a matter between the two actors, but also involves the views and attitudes of fans, family members and even the entire society towards fairness, justice and human dignity. Although Wang Yang's wife Gau's voice temporarily diverted the attention of some netizens, this diversion did not solve the root of the problem. On the contrary, it has inspired more people to think about why family members are involved in professional controversies and whether individuals should be held responsible for their own actions. This is not only a question on Wang Yang's personal quality, but also a test of the values of the entire society. In this context, Wang Yang's silence seems to have become the biggest mystery. Is his silence out of avoidance of controversy, or is he looking for a more appropriate time to clear his name? Only Wang Yang himself can give the answer to this question. But in any case, the public's expectations for celebrities are not only their performance on the screen, but more importantly their personality, charm and moral standards in real life. In this era of information explosion, one person's behavior can easily be magnified and become the focus of attention of the whole society. This is both a challenge and an opportunity for public figures. It tests how they deal with controversies and difficulties, and whether they can use their actions to influence and change society's ideas. In this story, we see the complexity of the entertainment industry and witness the public's deep desire for fairness and justice. Although the story of Wang Yibo and Wang Yang is the starting point, it touches on a broader social issue, that is, how to safeguard collective interests and social justice while pursuing personal development. This controversy is not only a test of Wang Yibo and Wang Yang's personal moral character, but also a reflection on the values of their fans, the media and even society as a whole. In this process, everyone has the opportunity to think about, how do we define fairness and justice? How should we express our stance and opinions when faced with injustice? How to protect personal rights and interests while also respecting others and maintaining social harmony? In this era of rapid information circulation, everyone can be a disseminator of information. This makes everyone's words and actions highly influential, but also carries corresponding responsibilities. Each of us needs to have a sense of responsibility when expressing our opinions to ensure that our remarks will not exacerbate conflicts, harm innocent people, or destroy social harmony. For Wang Yibo, Wang Yang and their fans, this controversy is also an opportunity for growth. They can learn how to maintain their principles and positions in a complex social environment, and how to deal with problems in a more mature and rational way when facing disputes and challenges. This not only improves their personal qualities, but also cultivates their sense of social responsibility. The controversy also gave the media and the public an opportunity to reflect. How should the media remain objective and fair when reporting and not be affected by personal bias? How should the public maintain independent thinking when receiving information and not be misled by one-sided information? These are questions we need to think carefully about. The controversy is also a test of our society's values. While pursuing personal development, can we still adhere to the principles of fairness and justice? In the face of injustice, do we have the courage to stand up and speak out to uphold justice? These are important criteria for measuring the maturity of a society. In this controversy surrounding Wang Yibo and Wang Yang, we see society's desire for fairness and justice, as well as its emphasis on personal responsibility. This incident is not only a disturbance in the entertainment industry, but also a profound reflection and test of our social values. Everyone's choices and actions silently affect our social culture and values. In this story, we can see that everyone plays an important role, whether they are public figures or ordinary individuals. Our choices, our voices, our actions, all have power. They can shape social atmosphere, promote social progress, and become a force for social progress. Therefore, each of us needs to realize our responsibilities and understand that each of our actions may have a profound impact on society when dealing with disputes and conflicts. We need to learn to deal with issues more rationally and objectively. This is not only a requirement for public figures, but also an expectation for every member of society. We need to learn to listen to different voices, understand different positions, and respect different choices. Only through dialogue and communication can we find solutions to problems, find consensus in conflicts, and push society forward. We also need to reflect on how to pursue personal development while not forgetting our original aspirations and adhering to the principles of fairness and justice. In this process, we may face various challenges and temptations, but only by adhering to principles can we win respect and recognition from society. This is a test of each person's character and a test of the civilization of our entire society. This story also reminds us that we cannot choose to remain silent in the face of injustice and injustice. Silence may be out of fear or helplessness, but silence is often seen as acquiescence and allows injustice and injustice to continue. When we face injustice, we need to stand up bravely, use our actions and voices to speak out for justice and fight for fairness. While waiting for Wang Yang's response, we should also think about how to find a balance between entertainment and morality, and how to pursue personal interests without losing our responsibility to society. This is a question worth pondering for all, and it is also a challenge that our society faces together. Let us hope that through this incident, we can promote the entire society to develop in a healthier and positive direction.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.